It all started when I couldn't find any housing on campus. Everything was full and I needed a place to live, otherwise I'd end up in a cardboard box on the side of the road. At face value, a lot of places didn't seem to be all that bad. You see these pictures of great pools, and it just seems like the place is absolutely teeming with life and fun. But then I looked into the comments section and I saw a whole different story. Like, what even? A 3-day wait period for an essential appliance? Bro literally had to make those microwave meals for 3 days straight, not to mention the cash grab of the cleaning charge. And this wasn't even a one-off occurrence either, no, it gets much worse than this. Like, just look at these pictures. He's got a hole in his ceiling, dripping water because the toilet above is leaking into his. He's got to pull out a pot to catch the water to prevent further damage. How does this even happen? By the time I saw this, I was horrified. Like, I've seen cardboard boxes that do a better job than this. And even when you find the positive review, they're basically backhanded slaps to the management company's face. I'm honestly not sure why this reviewer gave 4 stars when they're saying things like, the walls are so thin you can hear everything from the other apartments, but it's fine because you just gotta wear earplugs in your house. And it was pretty dirty when you moved in, but you just cleaned that up. It's baffling to me that our standards have dropped so low that as long as there's not literal holes in your ceiling, it's a great place to live. It just gets to the point where every review is detailing how terrible the apartment was. You get to see the entire spread of horror stories going on, between the mold, the leaks, the holes, all the scams. It's just so much going on here. By the time I finished reading all these, I was about ready to get to work on my box, like just throw a foam block on the bottom, get some lighting, maybe some duct tape on the roof, and you'd be living better than some of these guys. Like this reviewer right here had it right when he said these buildings should be condemned. And another theme throughout all these reviews are the scummy tactics used by these property managers, and how they are actual con artists. They just stack hidden fees on top of hidden fees. Like, you enter into their clutches and they'll squeeze you for every penny you're worth. When people are leaving reviews saying, "Do not live here under any circumstances," you know you have a problem. Especially when the same review recommends you to go live in another slum-tier apartment complex. The fact that this can even exist is absolutely shocking. It got me thinking, why do these places have anyone renting from them? And, the reason ultimately boils down to the fact that there are so many college students who need housing. They're all scrambling around, and by the time they get to the end of their search, they're, desperate to sign any lease that they can get their hands on. They've got no other choice but to sign that exploitative one-sided lease, because it's either that or you're living in that cardboard box. If it weren't for this type of demand, there'd be no way this type of housing would be able to fly. No one would pay rent so that they could live in your fancy dumpster. Just look at this review.
What a terrible place to live. There are multiple issues with this apartment complex. Let's dive into them, shall we? Number 1, the management. Have you ever had a gaslighting manager tell you you owe more money? At Garbage Apartment Complex, you will. Have you ever been overcharged for rent? At Garbage Apartment Complex, you will be. Ever moved out of an apartment before May and they still charge you rent for the month of May? Experience these life horrors at one place only. Number 2, the upkeep or lack thereof. The smell of old fish will caress your nostrils in the worst ways for most of these apartments. The pool is not swimming with people, but with algae, so microbiology students, this is the place. And the best part, if something's broken, just call maintenance. Maintenance will ignore the issue for a long time and then pretend to fix it. Number 3, the parking. There is none. Number 4, the integrity of management. See Section 3. Number 5, the bathroom. Do you like gas station bathrooms? That's what you'll get at Garbage Apartment Complex. Old toilets and no walls, just stalls. I had to repair one of the handles on a toilet myself. Cough, cough. Maintenance and management neglect. Cough, cough. Mold is growing everywhere. There is not a room with a lock for the showers. Just a tub with a curtain against a wall. Roommates will see more than they want to, trust me. Save yourself. Do not lease here. I would give less than 1 star if I could. I would take away stars from them if they give me the option.
In short, it's just really sad that this kind of stuff is going on, and there is a huge need for change on this front. Thank you for tuning in, and make sure you read your lease before you sign.